I can't go as the Prime Minister of New Zealand onto a marae with a gagging order. And if I go onto that marae and I speak about something where there is now conflicting pieces of advice coming into my office from the elders, then, as Kingi says, he will incite a riot.
The Prime Minister referring to Ngāpuhi elder Kingi Taurua there. That war of words over Waitangi got nasty today. We'll have more on that shortly. But first, the other big story, the signing of the TPP in Auckland.
And while politicians met inside Sky City, protesters on the streets scuffled with police and blocked motorway off-ramps, disrupting traffic. That's where we start our coverage with Lisa Owen.
In a split second, a breakaway group of protesters bolted onto one of Auckland's main motorways in high-speed traffic, darting between cars, forcing others to stop. Police pounced swiftly, but the TPP opponents simply dropped to the ground. It's a technique some had practiced for this exact moment.
Come in! Come in!
Police, though, were clearly concerned someone was going to be hit by a car.
You're in the middle of the motorway. You're going to get run over if you don't get up. Do not touch us.
Angry supporters shouted from the sidelines as officers dragged others from the motorway, one by her hair.
They were concerned that you guys were in the flow of traffic. Do you accept it might have been dangerous?
The only people that have hurt me today have been the police.
Veteran activist Sue Bradford was among them. She and others claimed the police were heavy-handed.
We all linked up, and that's when 6 police officers jumped on the pair of us, or more than 6, tried to rip us apart, but I'm a rugby girl, so I held on tight, and as they ripped us apart, one of them stood on my head, and that's where I got this from.
Earlier, a large group of protesters moved off from Aotea Square. Others joined them. Strong in numbers and opinions.
This is a mistake. It's good for corporations, but not for the rest of the people.
But when it came down to it, this was a day of protest chess. Move and counter-move. Their game board, the grid of Auckland's CBD. This group sprinting from one intersection to the next, blocking main routes.
Are you prepared to get arrested for that?
Absolutely, and the TPP is going to usher in the Hunger Games of the working classes. It'll further pit workers against each other and drive down wages.
If you do not move immediately, you will be forced to move.
They'd rest up and then run on to the next spot.
Entertaining but annoying.
How long are you going to wait it out?
Well, I can't leave my car here.
The activists' strategy, maximum disruption to match the disruption they say the TPP will cause to our economy and sovereignty.
We're going to engage in as much peaceful protest today to disrupt the commercial activities of Auckland.
It's the strangest thing. Downtown Auckland, middle of the day, and I can walk down the street, no cars, and this is why. At half a dozen intersections, pods of protesters stopping traffic getting through.
Eventually, they gravitated back to Sky City, where some say our government signed up to the biggest gamble ever. Lisa Owen, Newshub.